So welcome to English with Michael. Today we're going to look at 12 tenses. Think about three categories. There's the past, the present and the future. So each category has 4 different tenses. So in the past we've got past simple, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. In the present, we have present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. In the future, we have future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. So we use present simple when we're talking about routines or facts. For instance, I brush my teeth, or water is wet. So for instance, if I say I play football, but if I talk about myself in the third person, I add S. Michael plays football. So past simple, it happened at a specific time in the past. Yesterday I played football with ED. So future simple, we use future simple, we use the word will, because will denotes the future, and we use it when we decide something at that moment in time, a promise or a prediction. So for instance, I will go to school tomorrow. I will go to the cinema tomorrow. Now this can be confused with I am going to the cinema tomorrow. I am going to the cinema is a plan. You haven't just decided on the spot. So if I say, oh, I will go to the cinema tomorrow, that could mean someone has just told me about a movie and I've just decided to go. Or if I say it will rain tomorrow, I'm looking at the clouds in the sky and I'm thinking they're not going to stay there very long. It definitely will rain tomorrow. That's a prediction. So if someone needs help, they've just shown me they need help, and I can say, oh, I will help you. So that wasn't a plan. I've just decided there and then. So continuous tenses, it's raining. So things that are happening right now, if it's present continuous, it's happening right now. Look, it's raining. So past continuous, it was raining. So future continuous can be talking about a specific time, tomorrow. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it will be raining. Or tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I will be having a late lunch. So perfect tense, present perfect. Now you can look at the present perfect in 2 ways. The first way, you can look at something that's started in the past and is still happening. So for instance, I have taught English since 2006. Started in the past, 2006, and I'm still teaching English today. Or I can look at an action that's just finished. So have a drink, unk, unk. I have just drunk Coke. The action is just finished, but it's still classed as the present perfect. Now, people get confused with present perfect and past simple, because if I drink the Coke and I put it down, people think it's finished. Why is that not past tense? You need a period of time in between it. So if I drink this at 10 o'clock, time moves forward, now it's 10:30, and I can say, I drank Coke at 10 o'clock. So past perfect, think about past perfect when something finished before something else in the past. So for instance, I had eaten pizza before I got a taxi. I had eaten pizza before the taxi arrived. So I finished eating my pizza, then the taxi came. Or I had got a taxi before it started to rain. I had checked the bus timetable before I got the bus. I had checked the plane flights. I had bought my ticket before I arrived at the airport. You bought your ticket, 1, then you arrived at the airport, 2, past. So if we look at past perfect continuous, the focus here is on the verb, not the noun. So I had been eating my pizza before the taxi arrived. So past perfect tenses, for example, I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. My neighbour asked us if we had seen her dog. She had never been to a symphony before last night. So past perfect continuous. So the focus there is on the verb, ing. So for an example, they had been cooking for the party when we arrived. So the focus is on cooking, not party. We had been running for miles, so he was exhausted. Once again, the focus is on running. So present perfect continuous. She had been waiting for you all day. They had been travelling since last October. I have been living in this house for 40 years. So those actions started in the past and are still happening. So other actions that I've just finished. She has been cooking and the food looks delicious. It's been raining and the streets are still wet. He has got oil on his hands because he has been fixing my car. So the formula for present perfect is have or has plus past participle. So the formula for past perfect is had plus past participle. The formula for present perfect continuous is have or has plus been plus verb plus ing. The formula for past perfect continuous is had plus been plus verb plus ing. So future perfect continuous, the formula is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. So for example, so by 6 o'clock, I will have been waiting here for 3 hours. Or next year, I will have been working here for 4 years. So tenses in English, what do? What is a tense? A tense is a form of a verb that allows you to express time. You have to know in English what time period you're in. The tense of the verb tells us when the event or something existed or when a person did something. Past, present, future are the three main types of tenses to describe an activity or an event that has already happened in the past or in a past state of being and needs to include a time marker for when the event or action took place. So you have subject, verb, object. Now, regular verbs are ed, so it's subject, verb plus ed, object. Or if it's a regular verb, you wouldn't have ed, obviously. So example, I walked home. I met my girlfriend. Walked, ed, regular verb. Met, irregular verb. So the present tense. So we use the present tense to talk about something that is currently going on, something that is habitually performed, or a state that generally or currently exists. Subject, verb, object. So it'll be subject, verb, s or es, object. So for example, she lives in Spain. He lives in England. I live in England. Michael drives a car. Future tense. Future tense is a verb tense that is used to describe an event or action that has not happened. Well, not happened yet anyway, but it's expected to happen in the future. So the structure for that is subject plus shall or will plus verb. Remember the s or es plus object. So for example, he will be here soon. I will cook pizza tomorrow. I will go to the beach tomorrow. So let's look at past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to describe events or actions that have already occurred, have already finished in the past. So the formula for that, or the structure, subject plus helping verb, was, were, which are your be verbs, plus verb plus ing plus object. So for example, I was watching TV yesterday. I was eating pizza yesterday. I was sleeping yesterday. I was sleeping and eating pizza yesterday. Impossible. She wasn't eating my pizza. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to describe an event before a completed action in the past. Past. So the structure is subject plus had plus past participle plus object. So for example, he had gone when she became ill. She had not lived in New York before. They had not been married long when I was born. Past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous tense represents any action or event that started in the past and sometimes continued into another action or another time. So Let's have a look at the formula. Subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus object plus time of action. So, for example, she had been playing games for 6 hours when Dad came home. She had been reading magazines for 1 month before she decided to apply for the job. Present continuous tense. The present continuous tense is used to talk about ongoing actions, events or conditions that are still not finished. So the formula for that is subject, helping verb or be verb is, am, are, plus main verb plus ing plus object. So examples of that are, she's playing basketball, birds are flying in the sky, I'm learning English, I'm teaching English. The present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used to describe a situation or event that has already occurred but has immediate ramifications. So the present perfect tense can be used to describe experiences and situations that occurred in the past but still have an influence on the present. So we don't use this with time markers. So let's look at the formula. We've got subject plus have or has plus past participle plus object. So for example, she has not finished her work yet. I have seen that movie twice. We have visited London several times. Present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense shows a situation that started in the past but continues into the future. The present perfect continuous tense shows a situation that has started in the past and continues in the present. So the formula, subject plus have or has plus been plus verb plus ing plus object. And you can also plus since or for plus time duration plus object. So for example, I have been teaching English for many years. I have been teaching English since 2006. I have been saving money. Future continuous tense. The future continuous tense is used to describe an ongoing action that will occur or occur in the future. So the formula for that is subject plus shall or will be plus verb plus ing plus object. So examples, he will be coming to visit us next week. She will be watching TV. She will be writing a letter to Mary. Don't know who Mary is, but she's writing a letter to Mary. So future perfect tense. So the future perfect tense is used to describe an action that will be completed between now and certain point in the future. So for instance, they will have finished the film before we get home. Or another example, she will have cleaned the house by 9 p.m. Now the formula for that is subject plus shall or will plus have plus verb plus object. So the future perfect continuous tense is used to focus on the duration of an action before a specific time in the future. So the formula for that is subject plus shall or will plus have been plus verb plus ing plus object plus time. So examples of this are, he will have been studying hard for 2 weeks before the exam. Another example, by the time the alarm goes off, we will have been sleeping for 8 hours. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the like button. It really helps. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you're interested in any courses, have a look in the description and there's a link to my website. And I also recommend books, so there are links in the description for that also. Thanks for watching.